Hey, I'm Jenelle Riley. Welcome to Virtually Together, episode 2, which means we're still in quarantine. Today, we're going to be talking to the very talented French Stewart. You can see him on Mom. Obviously, you know him from Third Rock from the Sun. He's just one of my favorite people. So let's get to it. Thank you so much for being here. He's recently had a really great arc on the series Mom, and you were reunited with your Third Rock from the Sun co-star, Kristin Johnson.
I was. Yeah, it was really a joy. We had been in a couple of episodes where we were in the episode but not together, and Twitter would get mad at us. So so Kristen started saying, "Hey, could we just talk to each other once so that people will calm down?" And so they just wrote this whole arc, and then we just kind of fell back into it. We just have the shorthand of years ago, but I hadn't worked with her in 20 years.
Wow.
So it was really nice. It was like a nice reunion. I think that we were both sort of more fully baked versions of ourselves. And so it was nice to be settled and to be able to just sort of work together and have this shorthand. It's been nice. And then we did another one. And so it's wide open to do more, but it's just been really nice.
So you're saying Twitter did something good? And got
Yeah, Twitter did a
they
good
listen
thing.
to Twitter.
Right, yeah. I
Okay,
normally stay
that's
away
a
from
good
it
story.
because I don't want to get yelled at by a 13-year-old boy. That's my cutoff. That's my cutoff for disrespect.
Well, it was a little weird for me to see, spoiler alert, but you guys should check out the episodes, you and Kristen going at it hot and heavy, because I
Yeah,
still think of you as brother and sister.
I
Although
know.
technically you weren't brother and sister
We
on
weren't
the
even
show.
brother and sister. We were like we'd been put into brother and sister bodies, but people forget that, and so yeah, everybody was a little bit weirded out. I'm like, hey, it was fine in Game of Thrones. You'll be okay. You know?
No, you're the first person I'm talking to who actually has kids or
Mhm.
a kid.
Yeah.
And so how is that affecting you during this time of pandemic? You've had to fall back on substitute teaching pretty much.
Yeah. We're on lunch from our school day right now, and it starts in the morning around 9, and then we usually get done by 2. And so, we tag team it, me and Vanessa, and we're just like, somebody will take something, somebody will do another lesson, and we get through it. But it's a whole new thing, and I'm sort of shocked at how much like the first grade is teaching me, like that I just forgot. It's like, you just start going through. It's like, wait, what's this? Oh, the color wheel. Who invented it? You're kidding me. So it's like it's really nice that way, but it's also it's it that's the main thing that lets me know that things have really radically changed, is
Yeah.
that we're homeschooling, and it's been like this for about a week and a half. And there's a part of it that's really delightful, and then another part that's just like, where are we? What is happening here?
I mean, I know you have always had massive respect for teachers and educators, but going through this, that must have quadrupled.
Oh, it really does. It really does, because you try and explain the simplest thing, and it's hard. You're trying to access a 6-year-old brain, and parts of it you can really do well, and then other parts you can't. But we're lucky because our daughter's really adapted well to it all. And I think that she's sort of enjoying it, that it just feels sort of like summer or something. And we're trying to keep it fun. But at the same time, they can't see their friends.
Yeah.
They can't go do things. They can't go to the park. They can't. So we try and keep it simple. I have PE class. And so, I'll get her a ball, and then it's like in PE, she has to dribble all the way around the block.
Oh,
She's got to dribble, dribble, dribble all the way around the block, or else jump rope, but all the way around the block. And so she really likes that. And so there's a lot of it that I'm really enjoying. It sort of feels like this retreat where everything just gets quiet. And,
and
because we're
probably
going from pilot season, which is just mayhem, into just absolute silence and unemployment. So I'm like, well, I hope the residuals from the stuff that they're replaying is going to help.
And what else is getting you through this time? Are there any shows you're binge watching or books you're reading? I don't know if you have time actually.
Yeah, it's we've just started getting into it again, and we just started Succession, which is like, I'm already on board, but
Yeah.
that's really fun. We had somehow missed that. I've been showing my daughter, like I showed her Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh yeah.
I caught her right at the perfect time for that. Like that's just right in her wheelhouse. She was like, oh, I get it. And so now I can, go on a Pee-wee jag with her. And then, then the rest of it is just sort of, we'll watch the news a little bit too much. And then we're getting to the point where we're trying to turn it off. I got off Facebook completely.
Did you really?
Yeah.
How did I not notice?
I wasn't gonna like flounce. So
making announcements.
Bye, you guys. You'll see me soon enough. So I just sort of went, ooh, but like I was finding it. Initially it was sort of sweet, and it felt like a bunch of like Italian people singing out their window to each other. And there's a lot of it that still is that, and what are you eating? And now we're wearing hats, and, now, our dress code has gone weird, but then a lot of it was just so stark and sort of dystopian, and just, you start seeing the pressure that people are really under. And it's just, I felt like just sort of for long-term sanity, it might be good just to let it this time be a little more quiet.
That's probably a good idea. I wish I had your strength.
Well, yeah, but also, Jenelle, I mean, your job description's a little different. It's almost like you can't leave.
Yeah, but my job description does not include fighting about politics on Facebook. And that's
no.
ends up happening.
That was the other thing. So I was like, now people were like, well, here's the deal. Since you're at home, I'm going to send you this article about somebody that I've already sent this article about 57,000 times in the last 4 years. And I'm like, I think I've heard it. I think I've heard it from everybody.
I can find that on Twitter for that matter.
I know. Yeah, I've seen it.
Not to put any pressure on you, but do you have any advice for people who are going a little stir crazy right now?
Oh, for me, the thing that is getting me through is that we just put up sort of like a chalkboard that's got our schedule on it. And I find that structuring my day makes me feel less like I'm just a zoo animal, and more like my agenda is just smaller. Like, we finish school at a certain day, and then we all take, a private hour where we just go to different parts of the house and do what we want to do. And then we, I'll take my daughter out for PE or whatever, and then we'll do a movie. We'll do my daughter and my wife cook together, and then
they're amazing cooks.
Yeah, really amazing cooks. And so Vanessa's really enjoying that, because she's going all stone soup with things like, well, I could put this together with this, and and then I'll clean up. We'll do reading, but it sort of helps to sort of like, it's like that movie About a Boy where he put his life into like segments.
Yep.
I always thought about that, and I've always loved that, where it's like, he's like, from this time to this time, it's sort of orderly. So there's a part of it that I like actually better than not being quarantined, where it's sort of a small world to navigate, but it's still early.
I get that.
Yeah.
Have you shown Helene any of your work? I don't know if she's old enough for Third Rock, but does she know like your Inspector Gadget 2?
Yeah. Inspector Gadget 2. She's like, that's her wheelhouse, and she liked the musical number from Third Rock.
Sure.
Likes she likes some of that. She likes like the good news is that I did a lot of shady children's movies, so I can always access that. It's like, have you seen Home Alone 4? Hey, you interested in Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2? We'll see. It's like I've got like all these sequels that none of the original cast members would sign off on doing again. So that was my bread and butter. But no, she sort of like just discovers them here or there. So.
Yeah. But then does she want to know why you can't, fly like Inspector Gadget?
She used to. She'd be like, do the tricks or whatever. And it's, but she always had a pretty good, just bullshit detector.
Yeah.
He sort of sniffed out Santa early, and she got too many questions, so it'll be good later. It sort of kills the fun early, but nah.
Well, before we go, is there anything, usually I ask people if they want to plug something. I don't know if you have more episodes of Mom that you've shot that are coming up.
I just, I've got a movie that will be coming out, but we don't know when because everything is just sort of, crazy, but it's called Welcome to Pine Grove. And it's sort of it's a Mean Girls, but in a retirement home.
Oh my God.
And so it's got Ellen Burstyn, who is amazing, James Caan, Anne Margaret, Christopher Lloyd, Loretta Devine, like all these people. God. Yeah, they're wonderful. Like the trip back and forth in the van to the hotel was just, it's just hilarious. Like, Anne Margaret would just be giving James Caan a hard time. She'd be like, "Oh, James, you're a mess. And I dated Elvis." And you're like, "Oh yeah, she did date Elvis." What the?
That's amazing. Who do you play in it? Because you're too young to be one of the old folks.
No, I play the guy who runs it. And so it's basically another sort of disgruntled principal kind of role, which is my sweet spot. And then probably next year I'll be doing some more Moms, but everything's just shut down right now. So,
yeah, because I know that schedule. I assume they probably weren't making new episodes at this point.
Well, they were down to their last two, maybe, or like they were like down to the last ones. But I think they cut it off a little bit early. So
we might have to wait till next year to see you and your sister, not sister, making out again.
That's right. That's right. That's right. It'll be until maybe next year, and then we'll get back to the unnatural. But, I'll tell you this. What I do is like one of the things that like keeps me sane is I go on my perfect thing, like my perfect day. I structure it. I get it good. It's got a little give and take and everything. And then once we get the baby to sleep, we'll watch one of our shows. Then we'll go into separate rooms, and Vanessa will watch one of her murders. She likes her murders, and I'll watch like ESPN, which at this point is basically just flashbacks to the 70s. I don't even know what I'm doing over there anymore. But then luckily I went to Med Men before all of this started. So when it comes down to it,
see, I can't do
torpedo in my mouth.
I can't do THC, but I can do CBD, and it's been really helpful.
CBD really helps.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's French Stewart's advice to everyone: get your drugs. Thank you so much for joining us. I know you're needed back at school, but I so appreciate it.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I love you. I hope you're doing well.
You too. Hopefully I'll see you soon.
Okay.